We gotta have some intro music, you know, something. KillJoy Jake talking about horror movies today. I'm live right now. I should be a little more professional. I'm getting some feedback. Getting some feedback because I have the live stream open. That's hilarious. Oh shit! I shouldn't say that. Ooh, shouldn't say that at the very beginning of my stream. Letting people get in before we start talking about Halloween ends. Before we start talking about some Halloween ends. Oh yeah, super excited for that. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? No one is watching this. What's up? Have you smoked? No. I'm just in a good mood. I'm just in a great mood today. Today is a good day. Today is a really good day. Waiting for more people to come in, then we'll start talking Halloween, everybody. I'm excited. I need some theme music, though, is what I've come down to. That's what I figured out from this live stream so far. I need some intro music, some crazy graphics to pop up on the screen. I need to be able to press a button and have like Michael Myers pop out, you know? What's up? What's up, NT? What's up, the Blackest Eyes? How you guys doing? How is everyone doing today? Who's excited to talk about Halloween Ends? Are you guys excited for that? I'm so excited to talk about it. I'm in a really good mood today. We are talk about some personal stuff real quick before we get into Halloween Ends. We are launching the Kickstarter for Red Right Hand tomorrow. And me and Matt will be live on here talking a little bit about that. Today we're talking, of course, about Halloween. I'm excited to get into that. Just waiting for some more people to get in here before we really start talking. Kind of going live a little early. So, Universal unveiled the whole plot again? ? I have not read about that. I have read about how they have like the full story or whatever, a whole cut. They'll have a whole cut of the movie soon, which is crazy. What's up, King Parham? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. First time live. That's exciting. Gonna see a good crazy discussion today, I hope. Luca, what's going on, Luca? Howdy, hey. What's going on? What's up, Tactical Terminator? I like that name. I'm digging that. Some cool stuff right there. What's going on, everybody? We're gonna talk about Halloween's Ends here in just a second. If you guys have any questions regarding that as well, please leave them in the chat. I got a few talking points in front of me, but if we want to talk about some other ish, I'm also down for that. What's going on, Austin? How's it going? Liam, how's it going, man? Can't wait for Ends. No negative thoughts for it at all. Ooh, okay. I have some things that I'm skeptical about with this new film that I am worried about, but for the most part, I think it's going to be a cool conclusion. It's all going to come down to how ends, you know? I mean, with, you know what, I'm just going to get into it. I'm excited. Let's just start talking about Halloween Ends. With Jamie Lee Curtis's new post that she just put out there on Instagram maybe like a day or two ago, she, like, the caption for it, let me just read this for you guys, because this is scary. This is a little scary. Jamie Lee Curtis writes, "A bittersweet end for me on the Halloween movies. I made great friends and have collaborated with wonderful artists on these 3 movies, and today my part in the film has been completed, and with it, the end, in all caps, E-N-D, in all caps, for me, of this trilogy. It's all because of the fans who have always supported me, and more importantly, Laurie. Here are a few images that will remind me of the wonderful time we all had. I love this crew and cast, and I will miss you all," Curtis adds in her Instagram post. Now, she keeps using this. She keeps using ends with like capital letters the whole time, which scares me. Could it be a reference to the title of the movie, or could it be just a reference to the fact that maybe Laurie meets her end in this movie? What's going on, Jamie Black? How's it going? We are incredibly excited for Halloween Ends, says Tactical Terminator, as am I. I'm very excited for it. Austin says, "I'm really intrigued with the whole radio tower bit for sure." Yeah, that's gonna play some kind of role in this. I don't know what, but something. It was like, you don't have a super poignant shot like that in the last movie unless it was setting up something for the next one. Like, there are things in Halloween 2018 that like come back in a massive plot point for the next movie. It's crazy. So like, those little things in Halloween Kills, they're coming back in this next movie somehow. Nikki Am. What's going on, Nikki Am? How you doing? Can't wait until Halloween. Halloween's the best day of the year. And it's Halloween every single day here on the KillJoy Jake YouTube page. The Blackest Eyes. I love that. Great reference. I really don't want them trying to explain why Michael kills. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good point. I think that one of the scariest things about Michael Myers is the mystery element to him. That's so scary to me. Like, how is he able to take this many blows? How is he able to take so many, like, bullet wounds, for example? They try to explain that in, you know, like the Thorn trilogy, for example. And I'm just getting through those again. I wanted to rewatch those. Those are probably the Halloween films I've seen the least. And I don't know. It's like why explain it? Like, the mystery element of it is what's scary to me about Michael. Why is he so invincible? It's scary to think about. It's a horrifying thing to think about. If you explain that, you take all that away. You take all that away, it's not scary anymore. What's up, Zoe? Zoe Crawford is in the chat. How's it going? How's it going, man? We're talking Halloween Ends. Or do we think Laurie Strode is not going to make it through this movie? I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Because this post she put on Instagram, major sus. Major sus if she's going to make it or not. Austin says, I personally think Laurie meets her end either same time as Michael, or maybe she frees Michael from being controlled. Not sure yet. Maybe he's controlled by Silver Shamrock. That'd be a really interesting. I don't think I would hate that. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't think I would hate that. It's so out there. It's so out there that I would just be blown away. I would be like, really? Really? That's the route they took with this? My thing about this series so far, though, is that it's a much more cynical take on Halloween, and I think that's going to be shown in the ending. It's not all about the how do I want to say this? Like, it's not darker, but it's cynical. It's much more rooted in reality, and it's not all about the supernatural aspects of Michael. It's much more about the kills, the storyline, the trauma that Laurie Strode has gone through. And I think that's why I like this series a lot, is that it's a lot more real. It's focused much more on real life terror, which is cool. And I think we're going to be reflected in how the series ultimately ends, which it's not going to be a 100% happy ending. I feel like it's going to be a little bittersweet. And that might mean the end for Laurie Strode. I mean, depending on what happens. Austin says, please no. I'm assuming to that. I can see that. I can see being upset to that. I mean, that she's one of the biggest final girl characters of all time. Like, to kill her would be whack, maybe. Do you think they should bring back Busta Rhymes with new kung fu moves? Says Nikki. Yes. I mean, why? What else would they do in this movie? I mean, nothing's gonna top that. Halloween Resurrection's easily the best Halloween film. So you should just copy and paste everything you did in that film for Halloween. For Halloween Ends. That would be great. Tactical Terminator says, I love that name. That's a great amount of syllables in all those words. I read in a article that about John Carpenter saying Universal and Blumhouse want to pull the plug on Halloween. That has me on edge. I have not read that article, but clearly I need to if that's the case. That would be hilarious if John Carpenter was not a fan of this. That would give me some really negative connotations going into this film. Zoe says, like you said, Jake, we need Myers living in the Haddonfield sewers and covered in poop. Yes, I think a poop-covered Michael Myers would be really scary, depraved, messed up, all sorts of just weird stuff going on with Michael. I want to know what he's been doing for the past 4 years, but also, like, kind of not, you know? Like, I kind of want to, I don't want it to be like, oh, he went back to prison and then he breaks out again. Because then you're just making another Halloween 2018. You're just making another Halloween 1978. Halloween 4 is the same thing. I mean, like, it's getting repetitive. Do something new. Do something new. Michael's been living in a sewer. He's swimming through poop. He's eating rats. That's depraved. That's messed up. I want to see that from Michael Myers. I just want to see him go through some shit, literally and figuratively. Laurie dies tonight, says the Blackest Eyes. Ooh. I don't know, man. I mean, like, if they kill Laurie, they got to do it at the same time as Michael. If this movie doesn't have the balls to kill Michael, I'll be upset. That's the one I'm a little more focused on. I really want I want evil to die tonight in 4 years. because this movie takes place in 2022, not 2018 this time. What's up, Chad Meeks Martin? How's it going? Does not think Laurie's gonna die. I mean, it's 50. I'm 50-50 right now about it. I think I really want Michael to die just because, like, we've never seen that on screen before. That's technically never happened. And I have an argument about that because I know someone will probably bring up Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but technically we have never seen Michael Myers die on screen. Austin says, so I'm confused. Is Michael still her brother in this new trilogy? No, because that was an idea introduced in Halloween 2. And right at the beginning of Halloween 2018, when you meet some of the teen characters for the first time, they actually talk about this in a bit of a Scream-esque meta dialogue that I enjoy. They talk about specifically how he's not her brother. Do you think we'll find out when Evil dies? Tonight. That's the answer. I think Michael dies in the end of the Halloween trilogy. I think Laurie will survive. I could see that happening too, but like I said, I just feel like the tone of these movies are a little more cynical. So if I was to predict anything right here, right now, it's that both of them die at the same time. I doubt that very much. I have the feeling that this is making a lot of money, and in a few years, we're getting another one. Maybe a multiverse with Busta joining forces with Laurie. You can't get off that, can you, Nikki? That's hilarious. You know what? I hope it happens. I hope we get a cinematic universe where Busta Rhymes comes in the post-credit scenes and asks Laurie Strode to join the Avengers Initiative. I think that would be great. And it's a force just to take down Michael Myers and all the other slasher villains. We're going to connect all of the requels in a Marvel cinematic universe. God, that'd be terrible. I'd like Michael killing everyone and Michael walks off into the sunset. Oh! My mic's going to start clipping because of all this insanity in the chat. You know what, man? I'm down for a dark ending. If it's earned and you set it up right, I'm all about it. I'm all about it, man. I'm all about a dark ending. That would be messed up, though. I don't know. I mean, people would hate that. Jamie Lee Curtis did say that a while ago. She was like, people are going to hate the ending of this movie, which is interesting. The Blackest Eyes says you can't kill the boogeyman. You're right. They've been saying that since the beginning. So I'm not going to be shocked if they don't kill Michael, but I like, have some balls, movie, do something different. Chad Meeks Martin says, I'm great. Thanks. How are you, Jake? I'm phenomenal. I'm a 10 out of 10 right now. Things are going good. Things are going real good. King says, is Michael's mask his weakness? I don't know. I don't really know how that would work. I don't really know how maybe taking it off, I guess, is what you're referring to, about how he's like more vulnerable without his mask. He's scared without it or something. Sure. Evil dies in 232 nights. I just want Laurie to win in some way. You got the days down. That's hilarious. I love it. 232 days until Evil dies. I feel the mask plays a big part with Michael, but not supernatural. I agree. I don't think that they're going to go the supernatural route with him in this movie. If they do end up doing some explaining, it's not going to be that way. I think it's gonna be much more practical. It's gonna be the fact that he's just like a normal guy that kind of went insane, something along those lines. I just don't think it's gonna go supernatural. This whole trilogy is definitely giving me a different vibe. Molson, man, how's it going? Says, I believe it's going to leave the ending up to individual interpretation. No absolute resolution to keep the series open for another entry. I love that. I actually love that a lot. That would be really interesting if they keep it open. Now, how do they do that, though? Do they make you question if Michael Myers is dead or not? Do they make you question if Laurie Strode is dead or not? That's an interesting question. Which way do you go with that? I guess it all depends on what Jamie Lee Curtis wants to do, I guess. If she wants to make another movie, then, like, yeah, leave it open for her to be maybe alive, maybe dead. We can answer that in a potential fourth movie. But I also know that the other side of that coin, why I don't think that's going to happen, is David Gordon Green, the director of this new series, is moving on to a project immediately after he's done with this, which is the new Exorcist reboot series. So as much as a lot of us don't want that, it's happening. And David Gordon Green and Blumhouse are joining forces once again to do it. Zoe says the radio tower opens a portal releasing all of the Myers variants. Halloween, no way home. Yeah, it would be no. What's going on, Saitama? Yeah. S word. What's going on? What's going on, S word? I feel like if Michael dies, like it would make sense, but all the same time it would be sad because Michael has always been my fave killer, and to see him actually die would kind of be like 50-50 on that. I understand that. But the other thing is the Halloween franchise is nowhere near dead. So it's not going to be the last time you see Michael Myers. I would bet all the money in my bank account on that. There's absolutely no way this is the last Halloween film. Would guarantee you Blumhouse is going to do much, much more with that property in the future. So even if he dies, he's coming back in some kind of reboot, remake, whatever. So, ooh, this is a good, here's a good one. Nikki says, Karen is alive and she's calling the ambulance and they're slow at it. Then she asks for a supervisor. That's funny because her name is Karen. I don't know, man. Is Karen alive? Question for the chat. That's a good question. Do we think Karen is still alive? I think she's dead. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I'm on the side that I think she's dead. But, I don't know. I mean, like she wasn't on set. I think she was doing something else while they've been filming still. So to my knowledge, she has not been anywhere near the set or even in the same state. So I don't know. I'm going to say she's dead, but I do want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Tactical Terminator says, come on, Jake. Michael's the boogeyman. He cannot die. If that happens, I will walk out of the movie theater. There better not be some hugs and kisses ending. Yeah, I don't want that either, though. I don't want it to be like a full-on like, oh yeah, we saved the day. Michael Myers is dead. Woo, we're going to throw a party and everyone's happy now. That's not going to be the case. If Michael dies, it's going to be a bittersweet ending where Laurie dies, maybe Allison dies. Ooh, that would be messed up. What if Michael kills Allison and then Laurie has to live with all that, her whole family being dead that she was trying to reconnect with? That would be a really bittersweet ending. Whatever happens, I think it's going to be bittersweet. It's not going to be a 100% hugs and kisses kind of ending. Technoid, what's going on? How's it going? Hey, Jake, this doesn't have anything to do with Halloween, but did you hear Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the second most watched Netflix movie of all horror debuted movies on the platform of all time? Yes, and I did not put that in my video today where I talked about the sequel for this new movie. But they're already talking about maybe doing a sequel to Texas Chainsaw 2022 that continues this story from where it goes. And I'm like, because of that, that's another point to where it's like, okay, that actually might happen. I just don't know where they would go with it. I had a kind of an interesting idea in my video today about where you could go with like the Sawyer family and all like the brothers the one that survived. You could expand on his story a little bit. I talked about. Brandon, what's going on, Brandon Treat? How's it going? I wrote a script for my Halloween Ends fan film. Ooh. And it's a vicious, brutal script with emotional elements and a couple flashback scenes, and it's bloody as hell. I love writing scripts. Write scripts, man. Writing scripts is so fun. Just do it. If you have an idea for a franchise or something, or your own original idea, go for it. It's fun. What else do we got here? T. Parker Evans says if Halloween Ends isn't the final film in the trilogy, then the fourth film should be called Halloween Returns. Or Halloween the Final Chapter will be the fifth one. And then it'll be Michael Lives for the sixth movie. The sixth David Gordon Green movie. Oh, God. I really think this is going to be the last one. This is going to finish this story because they're going to, like I said, like Blumhouse still is going to own this property after they're done with this trilogy. They're going to do more in the future for sure. They have to, right? Like, that's just too big of a property to just, like, throw off to the side. I feel like in 5 years after this movie comes out, we get a new version of Halloween. Maybe a brand new story. We're going to get sick of requels quick. We're already getting sick of requels to what I see. It's pretty 50-50 on those movies. So we're going to want to do remakes again in the future and then get angry about that, and it'll all restart. So that's that's just how it goes. Silas Murray, what's going on? Could they stretch it out a bit and do like a television series similar to how they did Chucky? That would be interesting. To kind of go off on a little side tangent with that, I think they're doing that with the new Scream series that they're doing, because they have this new show coming out and it's rumored to be showing you the events of what happened before the original movie, which is probably going to tie into the new movies, which I'm curious. I'm curious how they do that. I'm curious if they do that. It's just a rumor as of right now, so it's interesting. Corbin West, what's going on? How's it hanging? I need help on writing scripts, just, you know what, just go for it. If you think something's cool and you want to write about it, like, just do it. Just do it. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let yourself be like, oh, I don't have enough experience to write a script or whatever. Just do it. I don't know how to format a script. I have absolutely no idea how to do that. I have written a script though now, and I can finally say I've written a full-length feature script, and it was really difficult, and it took me a month and a half, but I did it. And just go for it. Like, just go for it. You can learn all the technical stuff later, is what I say. Ty Lee, what's going on? How's it hanging? My dude? Do you feel Psycho could ever be remade well? It was already remade well. Just kidding. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that Vince Vaughn movie is rough. But I would love to see like a Psycho requel or something like that. Why not? That would be fun. Did you ever see the Psycho sequels, like 2 and 3? Those are both pretty good. I have not seen there's like a 4th Psycho movie in the remake, and I have not seen the 4th one, which I believe is a prequel to the original, if I'm correct, but I have not seen that one yet. What kill would you give Michael, like putting a proper ending to his film reign? Oh, like how would I kill Michael? I would kill Michael in a very simple way, like nothing too over the top, because I think in the past it's always been like cutting off his head or something like that. I would do something simple like that. I wouldn't make it like a fiery explosion, he's fallen off the radio tower or anything like that. I would do something along the lines of like decapitating him, or in something you couldn't survive from, or something where you couldn't get up and walk around. Like maybe he gets chopped in half or something. Like it would still be a big illustrious kill, but it wouldn't be anything like super impractical, like blowing him into a million pieces or something, you know, like that would just get insane. I would do something along the lines of H2O. I think H2O had a really good ending that is unfortunately ruined by literally the next movie. So something along those lines. J3 Jigsaw 13 LV says Michael is going to break Laurie's ankles on the court and shoot his 3-pointer. He's been dying to hit. As for Allison, Michael going to hit her with the juke and obliterate her kneecaps. Touchdown. Yikes. you don't like these characters, do you? You want to see Michael win. That's funny, man. I mean, I'm not against that necessarily, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to go down like that. I do think it's going to be a bittersweet ending. It's not going to be all happy, but it's also not going to be all dark, because there's a glimmer of light through these movies, where even though the last one was pretty depressing for our main characters. What's going on, Kane? Is that Rick Astley in your profile picture? Let me just adjust my glasses here. I think so. Never gonna give you up. Yo. Wayne Turner, what's going on? I want a cannibal to eat Michael, and then the cannibal takes on Michael's characteristics, then it ends. Wouldn't that just be Jason part 9? Jason Goes to Hell? I mean, you know, like it's like similar concept in my opinion. I wonder when Hatchet 4 will happen, says Corbin. You know, I've seen the first one. I've never seen the other Hatchet movies. I'm gonna be honest. I need to do those. Need to put those on the list. I always like to write down movies that I have not seen that the chat recommends. So if you have any movie recommendations, hit me up with that. C-Man, what's going on? Simpler the better for killing Michael. I agree. Yeah, hell yeah. Keith, what's going on? What's going on, Keith? The Wallace house returns for ends. That would be cool. Heck yeah. Chad Meeks Martin. I think I already said hi to you. I'm just kidding. You're probably a sweet person. Michael is not going to die. Sorry, Jake. Do you know that for sure, Keith? I don't know that for sure. I honestly don't know. I'm 50-50 on it happening, but I do want it to happen. I want to see Michael die definitively for once. Just one time. That's all I want. I don't agree Michael should ever become unkillable to the point like Jason is. See, I see the aspect of why that's so scary. I do. I totally understand why that's a terrifying thing to talk about, but it's gotten to the point where we've seen it done so many times. I feel like it would be almost more shocking to kill him than it would be to not kill him again. Because we're always expecting Michael to live, right? We're always okay, it's like, all right, yeah, of course, he's just gonna get up. But what if he doesn't? Like, that might be a shock to a lot of people. And then to not continue the story is like, yeah, he died. And Keith brings up a great point right here that I've been waiting to talk. I've been waiting for someone to say it. He already did die in Halloween 2. Or did he? Question mark. Because in the plans for Rob Zombie's next film was he was going to do Halloween 3 and Michael was going to come back. So technically speaking, that was not a death for Michael Myers, which is interesting. Although technically it is. So you can argue both sides of that. But it was always the plan to bring him back. So this would be the first time where it wasn't the plan to bring him back if they kill him in Ends. Michael will remove his mask at the end as he is dying at Laurie's hand, and it will turn out he was Stu Macher all along. Yes, that's how we're bringing back Stu. Yes. And, what's going on? Extra shot? I reckon they're probably going to kill him off and then go bloody supernatural with a revamped new trilogy. Ooh, okay. Now, if they decide to make the ending of this not supernatural, like he's just a regular dude, he gets his head chopped off, Michael's done, okay? That's this story. I'm not against a whole new trilogy where they go the totally opposite way, where it's like, oh no, Michael was totally supernatural, tell a different story. I'm interested in that. You know, I'd be interested. If they have a cool way to do it that's not like the Thorn trilogy, I'm down. Fate Decided is in the chat, just popping in real quick to say, you're the greatest, I love you, and I want to have your babies. Who else would I have babies with, Tyler? Nobody else. Me and Fate Decided, we're getting married at the end of the year, and we're going to combine channels to be Fate Fate Jake. No, that's even worse. Jake Decided. KillJoy Decided, I guess would be our our couple celebrity couple name. Just showing my undying support to Jake and Ratma. Hail Ratma, by the way. I don't know if you guys have hailed Ratma today, but you should. Make sure to spit all the black goo that melts people's faces into the sink. Or in non-Ratma supporters' faces. Oh my god. Random Hero, what's going on? I'm expecting them to kill off Michael in Ends. That's why I want him to survive and JLC to get the axe, literally. Oh, okay. So you're thinking that Jamie's gonna die, Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna die, Laurie Strode, but Michael survives. Now, I'm also kind of down for that because like I love dark endings. And if you make it make sense, if you write some kind of story centered around that where it's like, oh yeah, that was always gonna happen, I'm down for it. I don't know how it's going to end, but I've got a feeling it's going to be bittersweet one way or another. C-Man says he wants an invitation to the wedding. You're going to be the best man. You're going to be the best man at our wedding. Zoom Fast, what's going on? Says, what if Jason comes in and kills? I would love to see a Michael versus Jason movie. We talked about that a little bit the last time I went live. We talked about specifically what would be good like fights, like what horror villains will we put together to fight, and that was one that came up. Jason and Michael, they're similar but different, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my ending in Halloween Ends fan film, and that it is when Laurie is getting choked by Michael. Allison stabs Michael with the machete and pulls it out of his back. So killing, okay, and to continue that, stabs him in the head with it, and as soon as she's removing it, she goes up and his head split in half. To me, it's a badass moment, and say, oh my god, Allison killed the boogeyman. That would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for something like that. I hope his kill is cool but simple, like that, if they do end up killing Michael. Eric Jr., what's going on? What happened to the Hills Have Eyes horror movie? What happened to it? I don't know what you're talking about, but I've never been a big fan of The Hills Have Eyes. I'm gonna be honest. It's just not something that hits for me for whatever reason. Like no interpretations of it. None of them do it for me. Fate, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Can't wait to talk with you this Friday, buddy. On the He gave me 2 kisses. What a sweetheart. I if you guys don't know, me and Fate Decided, Craven Something Scary, and the Night Watch Zone, we all go live together on Fridays over on the Lethal Collective channel. You can find it in my little channels tab here. Make sure to go subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers right now, so make sure to do that. Blucka is in the chat. What's going on? What are the odds Halloween ends with Allison becoming the first female shape after Laurie and Michael die? Once again, I feel like literally passing the torch with this slasher to another character is so reminiscent of Jason Goes to Hell. Why can I not remember that? Friday Part 9. Like, it's that mechanic again, basically, and I don't love it. I've never been a fan. That's honestly my least favorite Friday the 13th movie. And I like the characters in that movie. It's just the plot of it is so dumb. We don't really get we don't really get Jason until the ending. So I don't see how Michael wins against Jason. Maybe I'm being too unrealistic, but I just don't know. That would be a tough fight to see because I feel like they're both at the same, like, intelligence level, if that makes sense. Maybe Michael's a little smarter, but I feel like they're both at kind of like the same intellectual level. They're both like unbeatable, like huge brutes kind of killers. So it would be like it might be a stalemate. You know, it might be one of those things where they just keep stabbing each other and neither of them die, and they just kind of stare into each other's eyes, and maybe they fall in love. I'm too torn about Jamie Lee being done with Laurie Strode. I'd like to see a Halloween movie beyond Laurie, but nothing Halloween Season of the Witch, says Alexander Coleman. I'm interested in that, but like, isn't part of the fun that Laurie Strode is thinking that Michael Myers is after her, but like really that's kind of not the case. Michael just wants to go home. Like, I think that's what's so scary about all of this is part of the scariness is like the trauma that Laurie Strode has unfortunately gone through over the past 40 some years. And that's scary. That's a really scary thing to think about. What's going on in the chat here? What are we talking about? Not now, Nicole. Not now, Nicole. I feel like I'm yelling at like my daughter. What's going on? How's it going? She says hello. I'm assuming this is Nicole that I'm speaking to. The Strangers versus Leatherface. They knock at the wrong house. You know, something I talked about a little bit in my video today on if they make a sequel to the 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre was, if you go back and watch that original film, like from Leatherface's perspective, it's also kind of a horror movie. He has all these, could you imagine if you're just like chilling one day, you're cutting some meat, human meat up for dinner like most people do, and these random teenagers just come into your house, you're going to be a little scared. You're going to be like, what are you guys doing in my house? Like of course, Leatherface is just going to bop him on the head with a little club hammer. I like how someone is just spamming, have you seen the Wolf Creek movies? Well, if someone is spamming it, you know what? I'm just not going to answer the question. You can keep don't spam. Let everyone gets a chance to ask a question and we'll talk about something. It's all good. Y'all don't need to do that. I don't even see it. Is it even happening? I don't even know. You know, who cares? It's all good. Michael must die and have Laurie live with lots of hospitals, says Wayne Turner. Well, as a fan of hospitals that I am, and I'm of the opinion that all horror movies should take place at hospitals. Yeah, I would love that. Did you guys see the spit that just shot out of my mouth? That was interesting. To Jamie Lee Curtis being done with Halloween, maybe, ? Taking a sip of water. We're cheers into that. Ah, delicious, tasty water. Not now, Nicole says it's the live stream I'm catching. Love your content. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate that. I try a little bit with my content. I really try. Sometimes. You say Leatherface wins that fight. We were talking about earlier. Yeah, I would say Leatherface wins against the Strangers. The Strangers are maybe more intelligent, though. They might have that edge over Leatherface, but Leatherface running at him with the chainsaw, I feel like he wins every single time against all three of them. The Wolf of Snow Hollow is a great horror flick. The cop from Kills, Young Hawkins, is that he shoots is the lead. Ooh, okay. I'll once again writing it down. Wolf of Snow Hollow. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. I put the instead of the. Ha, so funny. What's up, old Hollywood fan? What a rare club for them to be in cinematic history. I'm really hoping those two legacy characters survive. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed. And you know, another thing is, like, if they die, they're gonna come back in 5 years. They'll probably recast everybody and do a remake in 5 years, and everyone's gonna be like, hey, this is cool, sweet. And then we'll do remakes again. The horror is very repetitive. We've been doing very different yet the same things for a long time now. Ooh, Blucka Blucka has something interesting to talk about. Get a Predator movie where they round up the best horror villains and see who the better hunter is. So it's Predator. It's the plot of Predators, but with other horror villains. That actually kind of interests me. I would love to see like a meta movie like that, where it's just like its own thing. It's just like a bunch of real horror villains, and like you could make them up maybe for the movie. That would be fun. Wayne says, how is your movie Red Right Hand coming along? We are launching the Kickstarter for it tomorrow. It goes up, first day is tomorrow, that you can donate funds to it. We would greatly appreciate any and all support over on there. I'll be posting a little video with the link to the Kickstarter, so you guys will all be able to go there. It'll be good. We're launching it tomorrow, so if you guys can support, I would greatly appreciate that. We'll actually be able to make the movie. We need about like $5,000 to make it's going to be a 90-minute long movie about. It's a new Scream movie you guys will be getting. Just need like $5,000. That's it. So you guys will see the video tomorrow and the link for the Kickstarter as well. But everything's going good. Everything is mostly on schedule. So things are good. Things are real good. The Wolf of Snow Hollow is one of my favorite movies from last year. Absolutely a must see. Ooh, it's from last year too. Okay. Interesting. 2021 is what I'm going to write next to that. A lot of praise for that film in the chat, so I'm going to have to watch that. What else we talking here? Jordan Talks Film. What's going on? How's it hanging? Yo, Michael 2018, 2021 versus Jason 2009. I think we talked about this last time I went live, and I'm still going with Jason. I feel like Jason wins that. Jason's got more agility. 2009 Jason's got more agility. I feel like he's a little more brutal too. He's very skillful as well. He can use like a bow and arrow. I can't even do that. So yeah, I'll give it to Jason from 2009. I don't think a chainsaw would scare Jason. Let's be honest. Leatherface would put up a fight, maybe last longer than an average human, but I don't see him winning. I mean, here's the thing. If you cut Jason in half with the chainsaw, he's not going to do much. You know, it's kind of like it's the ideology behind bringing a knife to a gunfight. The person with the gun's going to win every time. So bring a chainsaw to a machete fight. I feel like the chainsaw wins. You can actually cut somebody in half. It's going to take a couple of strikes with a machete to cut someone in half. So Fernie, what's up? What's up? Did I say hi to you already? I'm trying to say hi to everybody. And sometimes I say hi to people twice. So I just like saying hi to people. What's up, Austin? I already said hi to you, but what's up? I will be there for the Kickstarter, Jake. I appreciate that. I appreciate any and all support. Wait, a whole Red Right Hand movie? Was the 10-minute video a few months ago a teaser? The video from a few months ago, that was only like 10 minutes. It's a short little short film we made. It's my like featured video on here if you have not seen it. We are making a full-length version of that. That will be like we're going to use that as the proof of concept for the full-length Red Right Hand movie. So it's about basically the same thing. You know, you're going to see Scream from the perspective of the killers, and you're going to see what that looks like, essentially. I can't really say too much more. Well, I'll explain a little more in the video you'll see tomorrow, though, that we've been literally working on for a month. Do a Harry Potter horror movie where they try to defeat the evil of the Necronomicon. Oh my god, we're just really on this this Friday. I keep saying that we're on Jason Goes to Hell vibes. Everyone's on those vibes today. I gotta make a video about that. Clearly, I like that. Can't wait for the day we get a new Friday movie. Yes, truly. Hopefully soon. The lawsuit's kind of over. Question mark. Like, is it? Is it not? What the hell's going on? Why are they not announcing a new movie? I'm going to take a sip of this, and then I see a good question in there. Bloody Mary commentary, what's going on? Says, Jake, What's your most anticipated horror movie for this year? Well, of the ones that we have not seen, so like if we're excluding Texas Chainsaw and Scream, probably the ones moving forward, I'm looking forward to Nope probably the most. It's probably the one I think is going to be the best. I'm looking forward to Halloween Ends, but I feel like it's going to be maybe my least favorite of the trilogy. Just because typically the ending movie in a trilogy is usually my least favorite. I'm more of a person who's about the journey, not the destination, I guess, if that makes sense. So The Blackest Eyes says I'm more of a Michael fan, but Jason wins. But still, I want that movie so bad. Michael versus Jason. Yeah, I think that would be fun. That would be a fun movie. Jason versus Freddy has always been a weird combination of killers to go head to head. Just because like the tone of those movies is so very wildly different. Red Right Hand is my crack. I've watched it so many times. Thank you so much, C-Man. I appreciate that. We put a lot of work into it, so I really appreciate that. Not Now Nicole says, "Oh my God, Jake, that's so rad. I love the short film of yours." Thank you. Everyone is asking me if I get high. I don't know what that. I can't talk about that on YouTube. I could not talk about that on YouTube. No drug or alcohol related questions. Not at least on YouTube. What is your favorite VHS movie? I liked the new one, but the first is my favorite. The first one's great. But I absolutely love the new one, I think. I think the new one might be my favorite just because the consistency. I mean, every single skit is so good. Oh, it's so good. I don't know. I love the first VHS. I think it has some of the better VHS skits from the entire series, but man, VHS 94 is just consistent. The wraparound story is, whatever. But man, the skits, solid. Ratma, I mean, come on. That's like maybe one of the most iconic things from all those movies is that monster. It's awesome. Thoughts on a Shrek horror movie? Have you seen Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life? That's my question. Because depending on how you watch that, it's a horror movie from a certain perspective. Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. I recommend that. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce this. Alturixki says, "Yo, KillJoy, I watch your vids every day. I appreciate that. Thank you." And this person also asks, out of a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think Scream 6 will turn out? I think it's going to be better than Scream 5. I feel like there's a lot of things in Scream 5 that felt like it had to follow a certain direction. It had to go a certain way. They had to do a certain amount of things in this movie to reinvigorate the franchise. Now, my thing about that is I feel like in a movie where Radio Silence like just had full-on control of it, like where they could actually do their own thing, write their own story, and it doesn't have to be a Scream typical story, I feel like it would just be better. It wouldn't be as restrained. It wouldn't be as restrained as this last one felt certain times at points. I still really liked Scream 5. It's like definitely my second favorite Scream movie, but I think Scream 6 is going to be better. I'm banking on that. Corbin says, "So for your film, will you go your way with a new costume design or will you use the Scream outfit?" So the killer in the movie is myself, obviously. We're like I said, this is going to be from the killer's perspective, so you're going to know who the killers are right at the very beginning. So I want the character to be wearing a costume that's like really low budget, and you're gonna see why. There's a point behind that. So I can't say any more because I feel like I'm gonna spoil something. I want a full Ratma horror movie. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, honestly, if Chloe Okuno decided to direct a full length feature, I would back that in a heartbeat. I would be like, yes, I will do anything for a full length Ratma movie centered around like the cults and all that. Oh, that would be phenomenal. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Tomorrow we'll be there supporting the new Red Right Hand film. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are not going to be disappointed. We have some insane ideas. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but really good stuff. Really good stuff coming. So Denisha, what's going on? Hey Jake, just got home. It will be sad. Jamie Lee Curtis's last Halloween movie. What do you think? Yes, we've been talking about this a little bit. So I'm kind of, yeah, it's sad, but I think that she's probably, I feel like either we have three options. We have three outcomes with this new Halloween movie. Number one, Michael dies. Laurie kills Michael. It's a happy ending. Yay, everyone hugs and kisses each other. It's great. Second ending, Michael kills Laurie and Allison, and it's really just sad and bitter and cynical in a sad ending. But then we have this third option where I feel like maybe Michael and Laurie Strode go out at the same time, killing each other, and we get this bittersweet kind of ending, which is why I'm leaning more towards that. That's kind of how I feel like the ending of this is gonna go. But I could be wrong. I have no idea. All just crazy theories. So true on Scream 6. I can definitely say my fan script goes absolutely harsh because of that reason. The expected ish is out of the way. Let's go crazy. Yeah, that's my feelings on it. I feel like it's going to be much more of Radio Silence's movie than like trying to be a Scream film, and that's why I'm interested. That's why I'm feeling like, man, they could go any direction they want. So Fate decided to cameo in Red Right Hand. Maybe watch it and find out. Maybe there's a lot of cameos you guys don't know about. So you'll see. Not Now Nicole says, who are your writing partners? So I have I'm one of the project runners, and then my buddy Matt, who also runs a gaming channel. He is my creative partner. We are both part of Trigger Mortis Productions. It's our production studio, LLC, and all that. That's not supposed to be a flex. We have not made any movies, but yeah. So we wrote the script together. I kind of did all the actual writing, and we both developed the story together though. So it's very similar to a typical Scream movie, but like I said, it's very different in ways, and it's from the perspective of the killers. So but that doesn't mean there's no mystery element. There's still a lot you don't know. There's a big mystery throughout the movie that you don't know until the very end. So thoughts on Matthew Lillard as Freddy in a Nightmare reboot? Man, that would be really interesting. I just wish they would have made that 20 years ago, like a young Matthew Lillard as Freddy. I'd be super into seeing that. What about Glenn Howerton as Freddy Krueger? I mean, dude, the guy was made to play a horror villain. I've watched so much Always Sunny, and man, I mean, he would just play such a good horror. I just feel like he would play such a good horror villain. That's Dennis on Always Sunny, if you guys watch that. Laurie kills Michael. Allison is the new Shape. I think we talked about this earlier, Alex Coleman, but that's interesting. Michael kills the DJ at the radio station live on air. Haddonfield then knows Michael is back. The world knows Michael is back. If the last movie was like Jurassic Park 3, this one is Jurassic World. Michael's World. Halloween World. What am I even saying right now? Thank you to everybody watching this nonsense. I appreciate it. Cheers to you. I just spilled my water everywhere. Ben Tramer comes back and runs over Michael, sets him on fire, and ends. It's the perfect revenge story. Oh, that would be great. I would love for some whack shit like that to happen. That's the stuff that gets me out of bed in the morning is knowing that a weird movies like that exist. Not Now Nicole says, how old are you, babe? I'm 23. I'm 23 years old, and I never learned how to read. Glenn Howerton was almost Star-Lord. I've read about that before. That would have been would I have liked that more? Would I have liked that less? I don't know. Depends on how you portray Star-Lord, because I know he's much different in the comics than what Chris Pratt portrays him as. So I don't know. I know a lot of people don't love the way Chris Pratt plays him because I guess he's a little different. Maybe he has a little more of a dark, crazy edge to him. So Jake, will your mom appear in your movie? We did see her the other day on a Lethal Collective chat. Yeah. So I'm posting I don't know if I've announced this yet, but my Scream 4 locations video comes out real soon. I think this Sunday for Scream Sunday, and my mom is in it. My mom went with me. My dad went with me in the last one. My mom's coming with me in this one. So yeah, you will see more of Mama KillJoy soon. Austin, thank you for coming. Keith, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. I think there is so much pressure on the ending for Halloween Ends. Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, the ending is always maybe the toughest thing to write for any story. It's a amalgamation of everything you've set up in the past all coming together for some big climax. It's essentially, it's tough. It's not an easy thing to write or do. So no, I totally get that. I feel like because of that though, it makes you overthink things, and then you don't always get the best story that way. So in a new Texas Chainsaw movie, Leatherface becomes so stressed at killing and chainsaws himself and calls it a hell of a career. That'd be like a 15-minute movie, but I would pay to see it. I've heard rumors that Ben Tramer actually is in Ends. In what capacity, I don't know though. That would be interesting to see that character come out. I'd be down to see more of Ben Tramer. Get some revenge on Michael. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Ben Tramer in this universe kills Michael Myers? Okay. That would be pretty cool. I would be down for that. A new Fate has a new character, Nicole. Angela and Nicole now are our characters in the Lethal Collective cinematic universe. That's so funny. Ironically, I'm literally about to record a video for Halloween Ends. Nice, Jordan. I'm just reading these comments. Like, you guys write some really interesting stuff. I love it. Great stuff, guys. 10 out of 10 to the comment section. Would you like to see Halloween anthology movies, or do you think it's too late to go that direction since obviously Michael is the face of the franchise? Great question, first of all. I love Halloween 3. I think it stands on its own as just a great John Carpenter movie. If you don't watch it from the perspective of trying to watch a Halloween movie, which is the biggest problem with it, is the title. You should have just called it Season of the Witch, made it its own thing, but it's not. Which is why I feel like I would be down for an anthology movie based in John Carpenter's like blue collar style. I'd be down for that, but that kind of already exists. If you guys have seen Body Bags, really obscure movie there, but I recommend it. I hope there's a flashback to 63. I really want to see 6-year-old Michael again. That would be perfect, like Alpha and Omega kind of thing. Like, this is the ending for Michael. Show the beginning, show the genesis of him. It's actually a good point. I would like to see something that we didn't have, something we haven't already seen about young Michael. What made him so crazy? Maybe that we dive into that without explaining too much though, because I don't want all of Michael to be explained. All love, all what is going on. What if Ben is Karen's dad and one of the 2 failed marriages mentioned? Oh, okay. I like that. That's funny. Because that's her date, right? In the first one. That was the guy she liked. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense, actually, if that's the case. It would be interesting, I agree. All I know is that someone said recently on that Ben is in it and that it's Karen's dad with some closure on his and Laurie's relationship. That's about all I got. Now, that would be a very cool video to talk about, so I like that. Will you ever what? Will you ever work Jake Stannis, his film as well? Craven had him on Livestream. Work Stannis, his film? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Craven had an awesome live stream the other day with, is it Nancy Ann Ritter? Was that her name? wow, I completely forgot. But he had an actual cast member from the original 1996 Scream on his channel. Like, how awesome is that? Highly recommend Craven Something Scary if you guys are not subscribed to him. He makes some great stuff. If you're new here, by the way, I see we have 40 people opposed to the 5 we had before. We are talking about Halloween Ends, but we're also being a little eclectic and talking about everything horror related right now. I'm drinking an energy drink just because, oh my God, making a movie and running a Kickstarter and running a YouTube channel and working a part-time job is tough. What is going on? Carrie craves cinema. How's it hanging? Carrie wants Ben Tramer to return. I think that would be sweet. Nancy Ann Ritter, yes, she was a super sweetheart. Yeah, I love that live stream. Was awesome, man. Highly recommend going over to his page and watching that after this live stream, that is. Austin says, yo, the movie Sorry to Bother You comes out on Netflix in March. I remember you recommending that movie a while back. Yeah, I'm Sorry to Bother You is a really good film. I highly recommend it. It looks like this new Jordan Peele movie is going to be maybe in the same vein as that film. I don't want to spoil the twist, but watch that if you haven't seen it. Great movie. We missed you, Jake, the most recent Lethal Collective chat. I know. Everything okay? Did you enjoy visiting all those hospitals? I hear the guys were saying that I was in the hospital or something, and I'm like, what? No, I'm just busy, guys. I have so much going on. This movie is kicking my butt, but you know what? We're getting there. So things are good. Though. I will be on the Lethal Collective this Friday for their live stream. It's going to be a great time. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we're going to talk about something. It's going to be good. So, how's the mental health, Jake? Barely mentally stable, but it's like that, you know, that picture of that dog and everything's on fire around him and he's just going like, that's me right now. Like, I'm good, but I'm scared. I'm tired. Oh, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying. No, honestly, I'm great. Everything is fantastic. So, God, it felt like that list of to-dos in my bones, Jake. Yep. But it's good. We're killing it, though. We're killing it. We get that grind going and all that. Things are going good. Oh, God. I'm interested in X. Looks more Texas Chainsaw than TCM 2022. Can't argue with that. I mean, look, I liked the new Texas Chainsaw. It was fun, but it was not a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. X, on the other hand, though, looks badass. I am so excited for X. Looks very good. Looks very scary. So I was very unfamiliar with director Ty West's films, and I actually went and watched a bunch of them. Man, guy makes a good movie. Always a slow burn, though. But that original Texas Chainsaw is kind of a it's kind of a slow burn. I mean, it's much more of an art house than anything. I won't show you what I'm drinking because I am not sponsored by anybody, unfortunately. But it's all good. We're vibing. A Meeks Martin sandwich. We got both the Martins in here, I think. Is Mindy in here? I've seen a Mindy Meeks Martin account before. So, but we do have Liv McKenzie. What's going on? What's going on, Liv? Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're surviving that wound. I won't say what for people who haven't seen Scream 5. Damn, just watched Red Right Hand. Can I be in the feature film? It was really good. You will have an opportunity to be. Everyone will have an opportunity to be in it. You'll all see tomorrow. Bloody Mary says, Jake, are you drinking a Bang? Maybe, but not sponsored. So, yep. Jose, what's going on? What's up? How's it hanging? Jordan says, I'm a watch X. Highly recommend. I've not seen it yet, but the trailer looks awesome. Christina, what's going on? I like those emojis. Very on point with what we're supposed to be talking here. So Chad and Liv are just having emotional conversation in this chat. I hope they work things out. It was kind of rocky at the end of the the film with their relationship. So I hope they work things out together now that Liv is alive. So, Jake, are you ready for a good Jason movie? I've been ready for a good Jason movie since 2009, baby. Yeah. Let's get another Good Friday film. Hopefully sometime soon. Jenna Ortega is an X. Yes. Very excited for that. Alexander says that. Oh yeah. Jenna Ortega is in everything. That is awesome. I'm so happy for her. I remember the first time I saw her was in like You. I watched a little bit of You and she was awesome in that. And then I watched the sequel to The Babysitter movie. She's also in that and steals the show. I mean, she is so good in that second Babysitter movie. X looks like a fun time. I agree. Oh God, I hope the cameo option is affordable for me. LMFAO, I want to be in Red Right Hand so bad. You'll see. Don't worry. You'll see. You guys will see tomorrow. Can't spoil nothing yet though. Which character from H2O would you most want to date? I'm not gonna answer that question. I don't like talking about personal stuff, you know? I don't know. Bet, but how you still alive? I'm assuming Jordan is talking to Liv. Big Mac, no onions. I just love this name. What's the next location videos you guys have planned? We already have one filmed and it's going up this Sunday, I think. So we did a Scream 4 locations video going up soon. Now, the thing is, we wanted to do the first Scream locations first, but had some weird scheduling stuff. So now that's coming out next. We're doing 4, then 1, and I don't think I'll get to 2 to Scream 2 or Scream 3 this year. But those will happen. I will be doing Scream 2 and Scream 3 location videos at some point. I'm just not going to be able to do it this year, unfortunately. Kind of have the whole year planned out already. So, but Scream 4 comes out. The Scream 4 locations video comes out real soon. So, are you excited for the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game? Says Saitama. Saitama. Yes. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm trying my best here. I'm very excited for this game, although it does kind of look like the Friday the 13th game, but just with Leatherface. I hope it's not that. I hope there's a little more to it than just that. It looks like there might be like a story mode or something. I have not looked into it all that much, but I would love to do a video on that at some point. Friday versus Friday the 13th movie. That would be a really weird film. Thoughts on a direct sequel to the Nightmare on Elm Street remake? No. That's my thoughts. Craven, something scary. What's going on? Word up, Jake. Yeah. How you doing, man? How you doing? Craven, something scary in the chat. I was just talking about your live stream you had the other day, Craven, and I was saying how awesome it was. Can't wait to talk about some other stuff we have planned in the future with the Lethal Collective. Don't know if I can say what yet though, so I won't say any more than that. We got a crazy live stream coming up. You guys are gonna be excited for that. Out of all the new Scream cast members, I think Jenna Ortega stands out the most. She's incredible. I would agree. I think Jenna Ortega or Jasmine Savoy Brown, those were probably my two favorite characters. I also loved Chad. Chad was awesome, and Richie. Richie was crazy. Love them. Gory B movie, what's going on? Love your location videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got one coming in on Sunday, so I'm excited for everybody to see it. It's gonna be fun. Mama KillJoy makes her first appearance, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I can't wait for the TCM game and the Evil Dead one too. Yes, I 100% agree. I think both of those are gonna be a lot of fun. I was just saying I don't know too much about the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, but I just really hope it's not too similar to the Friday the 13th game. Like, I hope there's some different mechanics, or maybe there's like a story mode or something. I think that would be fun. Wayne says, I can't be in Red Right Hand unless it's in a video because I live in Sydney, Australia. Yes, there is going to be something where you will be able to send some kind of crazy video to us and it'll be featured in the movie. I can't say what that is yet because we're saving that for tomorrow. Big news coming tomorrow. You and Zoe are really collaborating, ? Yes, we are collaborating on something right now. We have a big project in the works for next month. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. I don't know I can't remember if we talked about that on our live stream the other day or not. But yes, we do have something in the works coming. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. Do we have any more Halloween related questions before I end this unfortunately short live stream? Thoughts on the canceled Halloween 3D film by Patrick Lucier? They were gonna make a 3D Halloween. I did not know about this. That is interesting. I'll have to. You see, like, I want to start doing videos on weird stuff like that because that is something that interests me a lot. Halloween 3D. I'm writing that down because that's hilarious. I did a video the other day on what if they made a sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. And I loved doing that. That was a lot of fun doing that. So I would love to do more videos about like canceled projects, sequels to movies that have never gotten sequels, something along those lines. I think that would be fun because I do a lot of videos on just straight up like news, what's happening right now. But I also like talking about other things like that too. That's fun. What's your favorite movie snack? Says not now Nicole. Chocolate covered paydays. Those are my absolute favorite thing on the planet, and I could eat 100 of them in one sitting. It's not going to be the exact same as Friday the 13th game. They said it themselves, so you're good on that. Sweet. I'm sure it's going to be like similar mechanics, but like different style of gameplay, something along those lines. Jake, if I can record a clip for Red Right Hand, I will be crazy in that video. I will send it to you on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what else can I say without spoiling anything? But there's something we want a bunch of people to do in a clip that's going to be crazy, and it's going to be somewhere in the film. So I'm really excited. It's going to be nuts. Glad I caught your stream. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to your upcoming videos. Thank you so much, Gory B Movie. I appreciate you for stopping by, saying hello. Trying to stay on track with the Halloween stuff, but I'm just, you know. EU paydays unsubscribed. LMFAO. Dude, okay. Chocolate covered paydays, though, those are banging. Those are so good. Regular paydays, like, okay, whatever. But chocolate covered ones, oh, ridiculous. Much love, Jake. Glad I could stop by and catch you next live. Hyped for tomorrow. Thank you so much, Austin. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Love talking with all you guys. Always good stuff. Do you think the end to Halloween Ends will be controversial because of what Jamie Lee said? Yes. I think whatever it is, it's gonna once again be a polarizing film. There's no way everyone walks out of Halloween Ends and we're all on the same page. No. Oh no. People are gonna hate this. It's gonna be another situation just like the past couple of big horror movies we've gotten with Scream 5, Texas Chainsaw 2022. It's gonna be polarizing again. It's gonna be very 50-50 with how people feel about it. And it's gonna be something along the lines of they're either gonna kill Michael, they're gonna kill Laurie, or they're gonna kill both of them. I think there is no way we see an ending to this movie where both of them survive. It's not going to happen. I just don't think that's going to be the case. And it's going to be split. You know, it's going to be really split down the middle of how people feel about it. But I have a feeling I'm going to be bittersweet about it. Not going to be on one side or the other, kind of right in the middle. But I don't know. Who knows how it's going to be. Michael is going to still be alive and Halloween Ends. Maybe. Once again, I'm 50-50 on it, so. Jose asks a good question. Do you have a PayPal or Patreon for requesting custom videos? So I am going to implement that into my Patreon page soon. If you support me at the Jason tier level, which is like $13 a month, yeah, I'm trying to figure out Patreon. I'm learning it a little more. I took this like class from these people who have done successful Kickstarters on like how to run a successful Kickstarter, and now I'm starting to do the same for Patreon because I'm learning. I'm figuring it out a little more, and so we're getting there. We're getting there with that. So yes, if you want to support me on Patreon and you want to request a video, of course, absolutely. I'm going to put that into the things though, because I want to start doing something along those lines. Because those are basically like my producers, you know what I mean? Like Nicky, who's in the chat right now, one of my supporters. And it's like, these are the people kind of producing this show essentially. So I want to like appease those people in the best way I possibly can. So if that makes any sense. Wayne says, you are the man, Jake. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. Big Mac No Onion says, I prefer Big Macs as a movie snack. I would hope so. That is in your in your name. So see you later, Jake. Have a spooktacular day. I know that sounded cheesy, but I don't care. Have a great day, Jake. See you on the next stream. Thank you for stopping by, Brandon. I appreciate it. I appreciate any and all support, guys. Nicole says, when will you stream live next time? I'm thinking about doing 3 p.m. every single Thursday. I was kind of doing streams after the Lethal Collective stream, but I was like, people are going to get streamed out, you know? So I'm thinking Thursdays, I'll do my streaming. Friday, we'll go over into the Lethal Collective page, which you all should subscribe to if you haven't already. So Craven says, Fate will get on the stew train one day. I'm sitting in the very back of the stew train, and I'm working my way up to the front right now. It's kind of where I'm at. So, but who knows? Who knows if Stu comes back at all? They better not add all supernatural crap and explain Michael's motives, etc. I hope not. I really hope not. I want it to be more of like he's just a practical human being, just kind of crazy killing people. Why explain things? Explaining things gets messy. It's not as scary anymore. So, Gory B Movie asks a great question. Your stream sounds great. Thank you. What mic are you using? This is an SM7B, I believe, is what those are called. And it is nice, but let me tell you, it was a little pricey. So, but good stuff. Good stuff from them. It's Shure is the brand, SHUR. So, good stuff. Hingle McCringleberry. I love that name. Yes. Says my email password was hacked. Oh God, I'm so sorry. That's the third I've needed to rename the cat. What? What? I'm sorry. I hope you figure out your email situation there. That's unfortunate. Oh, wow. What did I just do? Well, I clicked something. I clicked the button and now I can't see the chat. I clicked the button again and now I can see it. There we go. Awesome. Can you stream the TCM game and what console do you play on? So I'm a PlayStation person, but I've recently swapped over to the PC. So I'm really digging that. I'm really digging PC gaming right now. So I mostly play on there. I've been playing, I finally have had the time to, a little bit to play, what's that game called? Oh my God. I'm so tired right now. Back 4 Blood. I've been playing Back 4 Blood. I was like, Left 4 Dead. What's the new Left 4 Dead? Back 4 Blood. That's a lot of fun. It's really fun. I'm sorry, this comment's hilarious to me and I love it. The Blackest Eyes says, like 1978, he's just doing things. I love that comment. That's great. Yeah, Michael is just doing things in that movie. He's just vibing. He's just vibing in that movie. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Am I gonna get this video taken down for singing that? For Rick rolling everybody? I hope not. I am on the Blackest Eyes is spitting some facts here though about like seeing a 6-year-old Michael Myers again. I'm down for that. I think that'd be really interesting. Sadama says, I think it would be better for this Michael to die, and if another timeline happens for a fan film or some other new timeline, then Michael can be supernatural. Yeah, I think in this timeline it would be weird if we went the supernatural route. It wouldn't make any sense. I don't think that would make any sense if they went supernatural for here. But if they decided to make a new, like a remake series, for example, in 5 years or 10 years, then yeah, I mean, sure, go a different route with Michael. I'm all about that. But it's just in this series specifically, I don't want him to go supernatural randomly at the end. It just wouldn't make any sense to me. They haven't set it up at all. They've been setting it up to be a much more practical, cynical ending. So am I the only one commenting because I can't see other comments? There are other comments to my knowledge. Jose says, did you hear apparently the 1982 Thing is getting a direct sequel with John Carpenter returning? Yeah, John Carpenter did mention that. He talked about that a little bit, saying he would love to do a sequel. And I'd be down for that too. There's a comic book that takes place in like at Area 51 where the Thing gets out again and tries to take over more people. I'd be down to see that be made into a movie. That would be sick. In the desert instead of the snow. I think that would be sweet, personally. Craven Something Scary is heading out. Thank you for stopping by, though. I appreciate it. See you in my Scream 3 live stream tonight. Of course. Of course you had to selflessly promote yourself. God. I'm just kidding. Go check out his live stream. Check it out at some point. I'm just messing around. Michael Myers equals goats time goats. 5 goats. Not the goats. Jordan is specifically saying that Michael Myers has the strength of 5 goats. No more, no less. I'm just kidding. That's really funny. Wayne, you're hilarious. What about a Mac and Me sequel? How about no? I'm just kidding. Derek Mears should have got his Friday sequel in the snow. I agree. Dude, bring Derek Mears back as Jason. I mean, phenomenal work with him. Although I would love to see Kane Hodder don the mask once again. I think Derek Mears is also up there for me. Either of them two, I would love to see play Jason again. Why doesn't John Carpenter ever smile? Because he's trying to think up of the most horrifying, disgusting horror movie ideas all the time. So his head is all filled with darkness and evil. I love John Carpenter. Seriously. Jeez. What a guy. Jordan says, what would you think of a Gale Weathers diss track? Like, I would do a diss track for like early Gale Weathers, but like now she's pretty cool. She's like a cool lady now, I feel. Like maybe back in the day, not so much. She's kind of a jerk back in the day, but what about a Killjoy Jake movie? What, I sit here and talk for 90 minutes? I wouldn't even watch that. How about a Ronald McDonald as a serial killer movie? I love that we're all just pitching movies right now. That's great. That's where I wanted this conversation to go. How about a Ronald McDonald series? I mean, like, yeah, sure. Like a killer fast food mascot running around with a knife. We need more silly movies like that. We have so many serious movies nowadays. We could use a few joke movies like Willy's Wonderland and all that. So what do you think The Mask and Ends will look like? Probably a little more weathered down, still burnt, but maybe it's like, it's been 4 years. It's covered in poop because of course Michael's been living in the sewer and he's covered in human turds and he's eating rats. Maybe there's like blood around the mouth part. Darius Banks, what is going on? I love that name. We need a good New Orleans horror movie. Isn't Hatchet in New Orleans, right? Check out Hatchet. Hatchet's pretty good. I like Hatchet. It's not bad. I've read the comics. It happens in South America after Antarctica. Interesting comics that followed the movie. It's South America, not South Africa. South America. Okay. I don't know why I thought Area 51 Nevada desert, but it is South America in fact. What do you think? Yeah. So this is an interesting comment here. So the Blackest Eyes reminds me that David Gordon Green recently said that this new film is going to feel a lot more like Christine than a Halloween film. What the heck does that mean? Like, that's a good point. And I thought about this for a while. I actually wanted to do a theory video on this. In Christine, we see a dude basically rebuilding the thing that ultimately is the murderer. So could we see, like, that's a very loose description of Christine, but how can we apply that to Halloween? Are we going to see a character try to like revive Michael after all of what happened in Halloween Kills? Like, could we see this new doctor character, for instance, trying to revive Michael, trying to help him, trying to keep him safe at his home and like get him back to his full strength so he can kill Laurie? Something along those lines. I think that would be kind of interesting. I feel like that could be the case too. That'd be a really easy thing to write. All right, I'm going to answer like one more question, guys, and then I am going to peace out because I've had to pee for 20 minutes now. Killer Clowns from Outer Space reboot. I want a sequel. We still haven't gotten a sequel. How can we do the remake if we haven't even had a full-on trilogy yet? That's what I say. More Killer Clowns. I want to see more of that. I'm researching Leprechaun for a video and found out that the creator wants to make a vampire Leprechaun movie called Vampricon. Oh, I bet that would be great. You know what? Honestly, I'm down for another Leprechaun movie. Those are so fun and so silly. Why not? Why not make another Leprechaun movie right now? Like I was saying, we have a lot of serious horror movies right now. It would be kind of nice to mix in some of these requels into some sillier stuff. Why not? I think that'd be fun. Do a Leprechaun requel. Why, just make it a parody, fun film with some crazy kills. Who knows? Who is your favorite horror movie character? God, that's tough, man. Like, from Scream, probably Randy. I love Randy so much. Man, favorite character though. That's so tough. Samara Weaving in anything, literally any horror adjacent movie she is in, she's phenomenal. I have watched Attack of the Killer Donuts. That is so bad. It's funny, but God, it is tough to get through. Your thoughts on the Banana Splits movie? I like it. There's great kills, so much practical effect, which is a massive plus, but like, dude, the plot of that movie makes no sense, it's tough. And I rarely care about the characters, which I guess in a movie like that, it doesn't really matter. But It Chapter 3, but the kids are the killers. So they're all Pennywises, like 100 little mini Pennywises running around. That'd be kind of whack. Gory B movie makes a good point. Christine is about a very unhealthy obsession, so I figure that will play into the character's obsession with Michael in Halloween Ends. I agree. I think this new doctor character might be obsessed with Michael, just like Dr. Sartain, which I don't love that because it's way too similar of characters. You should have just kept Sartain alive, I think, maybe, instead, and had him ultimately be the one that, like, brings Michael into his home and like tries to bring him back to good health. Maybe he's like tied up or something in the basement, something really messed up like that. It could be a horror situation for Michael, a scary situation for him. Something along those lines. I'm not sure how they're going to do it in the movie. That's just kind of my theory, just so you know. Craven is back. Forgot to say, yes, sadly, Laurie is indeed a goner. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know if she's a goner or not. We're talking about it, so. I think either Michael or Laurie is a goner, though. I feel like there's no in between. Not Now Nicole says, Jake, which Scream friend group is your favorite? Probably the first one. Like, because those are the people I'm the most interested in talking to. And I don't know. I feel like that's probably the most interesting. Because I would love to talk to every single character sitting around the fountain. Like, every single one of those people, if I could really talk to them, that would be awesome. So probably the first movie, but 5 is a close second though, because I really loved all the characters in the new one as well. I literally I said like 10 minutes ago that I was going to take a few more questions, and here I am having fun talking to people. I do got to go, but I will talk about this one last thing because I think it's interesting. Thoughts on James Wan directing an Arachnophobia reboot? Isn't that okay? Isn't James Wan producing an Arachnophobia reboot, or did I just make that up out of nowhere? I feel like I've read that headline before, that maybe he was producing it with his Atomic Monster company, but I don't know. So anyways, I want to say thank you to everyone who came to the stream today. We are, I'm going to end it now because I have to pee very badly, but I will say one more thing. We're probably going to go live tomorrow at some point talking about Red Right Hand, my Scream fan film. I'm very excited to make it, and we're going to be launching the Kickstarter tomorrow. So if you guys can donate to that, I would greatly appreciate it. We need $5,000 and we can make a whole ass Scream film, like a whole new one that you guys will get this December if we make that amount of money. So check that out. The link for that will be in the description of tomorrow's video when it goes up. So if you guys can check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for coming to the live stream today. And as always, don't forget to kill it out.